Greetings from the right coast. This is Mad Shad. This is Boots. Say hi, Boots. Ha ha ha. Yeah. Oh, man. Crazy. Crazy. That's how it goes. Millions of people living as foes. Sorry, trying to guard you from the cat butt. You know. Yeah. Yeah. So what the hell is going on over there in Colorado? Ooh. This guy just walks around and just starts shooting people in a, what is it called? A super coupe? A convenient, just walks into a store and just starts shooting people, huh? Yeah. A mass shooting. Let's talk about mass shootings. So, well, no. First, let's talk about this guy. All right, and the spin. Y'all know what the spin is, right? Yeah. Ooh, it's got to be them white supremacists. Yeah, they're everywhere. Because it was a white man that did it. Yeah, he did it. He had him a assault rifle 15, and he went in there and just shot up a bunch of ethnic peoples. Spoiler alert, his name was Ahmad. Yeah, his name was Ahmad, and he was from Morocco. Yes. Yeah, this guy was from Morocco, and he was a Muslim. That's how they say it, right? Muslim? Muslim? Muslim. Okay, all right. I love you too, man, but you gotta go. Anyway. No. Sorry. Yeah. You can't be in the picture. Yeah. Too much cat butt. Yeah. So, I mean, and you know that you know, port side just jumped all over that. And you're like, oh, it's got to be a white supremacist. Them white supremacists. And we all know what happened. Emergency meeting for gun control. It's happening, folks. I mean, I don't know what's going to go on, but they're talking about it. Seriously, like emergency kind of shit, talking about it. Yeah. I mean, this is just the thing that Biden needed, that Potato needed to, you know, go ahead and sign those papers. Which, you know, tell you the truth, doesn't really matter now, does it? If you really think about it. How you gonna do that, brother? Bruh? How you gonna do that? You're gonna go door to door and search every house, every car, every gun shop, I mean, how the fuck you gonna do that? That's stupid. That's crazy. There's not enough people to logistically make that happen. It's just not. And we all know about those unfortunate boating accidents and you know, gun sales at the gun show. I mean, you know, that's it. You know, how are you gonna do that? There's no way. So whatever. The only thing that's going to do is going to push, and it's going to push it too far. We all know what I mean. So, with that being said, Mr. Ahmad, from Morocco, the Muslim from Morocco, yeah. And what I understand is Boulder, Colorado itself, they do allow, you know, concealed weapons permits and you know, parts of the state you have to have a gun. Places you go there, you have to have a gun because there's wildlife and shit that will kill you. So yes, you need a gun. Okay? Of course you do. So, but what I understand is Boulder is one of, you know, they have some gun restrictions, some infringements, And this actual store where this happened bars the carrying of a concealed or open carry. Basically, they got that little sticker on the door that says you cannot walk in here with your concealed weapons permit. Essentially, turning that store into a gun-free zone. Now, that's unfortunate. And this guy, Ahmad, 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 not to be confused with Mad Shad. No, he is Ahmad. You know, there's a whole freaking Ahmad. So yeah, the D is almost silent. You know, but yeah, that guy, the Muslim from Morocco. Yeah, we're not talking about that, are we? Yeah, and unfortunately, you know, Officer Talley was one of the first guys to run in there. Or, for what I understand, there was an exchange of gunfire, and this guy, this brave Leo, heroically died. And that's another thing I want to talk about, is that there are those, and I'm not faulting anyone for it. Okay, there are those. Most of us will run away from the gunfire. There are those who run towards it. It's just the way it is. I've done it myself. I have to run towards the gunfire. I always have. So, why, I don't know. I think I know. I have to do something. I can't just, oh shit, they shooting, you know, take cover. Yeah, take cover. Assess the situation. And decide what you're going to do. Are you going to shelter in place? Are you going to run away? Or are you going to engage? I mean, that's just the way it is. Me, I'm looking to engage. You know, it's just the way it is. And help if I can. If there's somebody dying right there in front of me, and this guy is moving, he's out of the area, I'm going to help. You know, if I got nothing on me, first and foremost, if I have something on me to stop the threat, I'm going to stop the threat. Then I'm going to render aid. That's the way it is. That's the way it works. If you don't have the means to stop the threat, then you should be evacuating and rendering aid. And evacuating others. But I understand, you know, a lot of people have to, you know, self-preservation is a hell of a thing, especially at the two-way range. You know, so I'm not faulting anyone for doing that. I'm not faulting anyone from running. You know, that's your choice. Do it. Get to safety. If you have your family with you, get them to safety. And go from there. But a lot of us, like me, I have no one here. I've got no family. I got, you know, some friends that would mourn my passing. Somebody would take care of my dogs and cats. But why not? Why wouldn't I run towards the gunfire? I would. I have. And so one time I had a pen and a can of beans. I was going to do the Crocodile Dundee thing. But that was just me. I mean, it turned out to be nothing. It was in a Walmart. But yeah, I digress. That was a nothing burger anyway. But some of us have to run towards the gunfire. That's just the way we're wired. That's the way it works. You know, and I don't fault anyone for not running away. Or for running away. That's good. You get the hell out of the way. But grab somebody with you. Take them with you. Please. So, we're talking about this guy. And we're talking about, his name is Ahmad Alissa. His name is Alissa. Yeah. From Morocco. So, yeah. He's not white. He looks white. But You know, he's Moroccan. Anyway, so don't get it twisted. Not a white supremacist. No. Sorry there, lefties. Yeah. Let your salt flow elsewhere. So what does our government do? Right off the bat, Mr. Potato Head and Heels Up Harris. Heels Up, they're having this in all of Congress, and all of them are having this emergency meeting. Oh, gun control emergency meeting. Yeah, that's kind of scary, and it's in closed doors, and maybe we've heard something. It was happened at 10. Maybe we heard something already. I don't know. I doubt it. I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. You know. Anyway, also in the news, VP gets on. Yep, Miss Heels Up goes to jump on the Air Force 2, and at her disposal, underneath her, all her underlings, all the people that serve under her, military, mostly Marines, some Army, and some Air Force, because they're in charge of keeping her safe, and getting her on the plane, and getting her where she needs to be, right? So she's, you know, she's not the commander-in-chief, but she could be the commander-in-chief. But anyway, I digress. The protocol states that when your superior officer or superior person walks up, boom, you render a salute. And you don't drop that salute until they render theirs and drop theirs. Okay? So, what does Harris do? She sees everybody doing this, walks right on up the stairs, hands at her side, everything. Situation dictates that everybody doing this has to stay that way, because you can't drop it until somebody else of higher authority comes along and says, okay, ready to. That's the way it works. And they were doing it for Harris, so they have to keep it up until she exits the area. When she exits the area, then they can drop it, or somebody can go, okay, ready to. That kind of thing. But, yeah, blatant disregard and disrespect shown by the Heels Up chick. Our second in command. Yeah. That bitch. So, yeah. Yeah, we're seeing a lot of things unfold, aren't we? It's getting crazy. Well, it seems like it's getting crazy. It is a mad world out there, isn't it? Other good news is, hopefully I'm out of here soon. Hopefully I'm out of here this week or next week. So that's it. That's what's up. That's what I'm going to say right now, because I don't know. Things keep fucking changing, and just got to kind of go with it and roll with the punches and try to make it work. So I'm tired of this goddamn RV. So, but I might have to fix my car to get up there. So that'll be my plan. If it all works out, if everything works out, it's just minor shit, you know, like my car. It's I wouldn't say it's road worthy for a road trip, but it will be. It just needs brake, rotor, tie rods, you know, those things, the basics. Running a paper route will destroy your car. Absolutely. So, stay. That's what's up with me. And, yeah, means that the animals, the cats have to find a home. I have to find a home for them. And me and the puppy will take a road trip to Cleveland and stay in a long-term efficiency apartment weekly kind of thing until I can find, because that's one of the things. It's very frustrating here in South Carolina trying to find a place to live up there. The applications, and they want the application fees, and and you just you miss a lot. Because I can accomplish a lot just by walking in the door and go, "Hi, my name is Shad. I want to rent. I want to rent from you. I want to live here." And they're like, "Oh, great. Okay, yeah, great." Me on the phone, it's I guess it's a little different, but it would be better. And they need me. They are willing to do this for me, so I'm willing to do this. And I was like, "What the fuck? I mean, isn't this going to be expensive?" And they're like, well, "Yeah, but not really. Because we need you up there. There's there's a lot of product that needs to be made and sold and out the door to the customer, and I'm the one to do it. So the pressure's on for me to get there. I got to get there. So, but that's just me. That's just what I got to do. What you have to do is watch the news. I'm watching it too. And I'm on the phone, and I'm, online, and I swear I know my driver's license number by heart now. Keep fucking filling it out in these little things, these little applications everywhere. So, yeah, I just wanted to get on here and just address everything, man. And you got the Atlantic shooter, who was white, and he went into a massage parlor and shot up a bunch of Asian chicks. Long time, short time, whatever. And right off the bat, when they were asking, was this a white supremacist deal? No, it's the investigation rendered that no, he was a sexual deviant, and he had a thing for Asian girls or something. I don't know. That was his way. He was very screwed up. The majority of all of these mass shootings, all of them, okay, are not from a white supremacist, or it's not a gun issue. It's a mind issue. Okay, the person doing it is nuts. Okay, is absolutely nuts. And yes, nuts have guns. All right, and the world is full of nuts, of crazy people that should not be allowed to walk amongst us, but they do. Okay, that is the harsh reality. You can't stop it. If you take away the guns, they're going to use knives and machetes. If you take away knives and machetes, they're going to use a stick. A pointy stick. Okay? Violence is violence, and violence is real. And we must be able to protect ourselves from such. Okay? That is our right. That is what God-given right. That's our God-given right, and that's what we have, that's it. That's what's up. It shall not be infringed. So, you take my gun, you better take the criminal's gun too. Okay? I'm going to still carry a gun. All right? I am not going to be in that situation. Just not. You take the guns away from law-abiding citizens. The only people that are going to have guns are the criminals. And that's the criminals and the cops. Yeah. All us law-abiding citizens would be at their mercy. So that's not a good thing. We've seen this played out more and more and more. Over and over and over throughout the test of time. So, and let's talk about the mass shootings. Everybody's like, oh my God, there's so many mass shootings here and so many mass shootings in America. No, not really. Not really at all. We are number 66 in the world for mass shootings. Yes, number 66. We're way down there on the totem pole. Way, way down there. 66. You know who number 1 is? Take a guess. Go ahead. Europe. Yes, Europe. Yeah, that place. What do I mean by Europe? You've got all of Europe, France and Germany and Italians, and all of them, Spain, and they are number one in mass shootings. A lot of those places have outlawed guns a long time ago. Now, certain places like France and Germany, they still, you can still own guns, things like that. There's so many restrictions and whatever, but there's still mass shootings. They are number one in the world, and they're an old society, extremely old. They're older than we are. They're thousands of older than we are. We're only what, 238, something like that. I forget, but yeah, 1775. Yeah, do the math yourself. They're thousands of years old, older than us. All right, and they are number one in mass shootings. We're number 66. So don't give me that bullshit. All right, don't give me that. And yeah, a majority of the mass shootings are done by white people, or what they think are white people, or. But I don't know. That's a contested one. I mean, there's a lot of ethnicities in there as well in those statistics. But it goes to show you that you can take whatever numbers you want and just kind of play with them, configure them. Let's talk about race. I mean, why not? They talk about the African American is the most hated. The ones that the African American is the one that gets shot the most by cops. That's not true. That's not true at all. Okay, it's not. 70% of police involved shootings are against white people. Crazy white man. All right, Florida man. Okay, come on. Florida man, Florida woman, always getting shot by the police because they're trying to shoot them. Drugged out of their heads, and I mean, that's, you want to talk to statistics and whatever. Yeah, sure, fine. Do you really, really want to piss off, take away the cops? The cops look what they did, man. They did a great job. They did a great job. Okay. And they're doing a great job, all right? And it's a double-edged sword, okay? It is. They are our first line of security. I'd say second. They're our second line of security and defense. You are the first line of security and defense. And that's a responsibility that every American should take. That was the idea of the Second Amendment. You have the right to bear arms. And nobody can tell you whether or not you can or cannot. Or what restrictions or limitations. It shall not be infringed. You know that whole fucking bullshit? Yeah, that shit. That's right. It's your responsibility. So that's that's number one. Number one, I am in charge of my own security and defense. All right? And I have the right as well, okay, to protect everyone else. That's just the way it is. Especially if you've been in the military and Leo training and all that shit. And yeah, you best believe that I'm going to protect people out there. That's just the way I'm wired. And there's others like me. I'm just a poor sap that does this. There's more and more qualified people out there that do it. And they do it for a living. All right? That protects your ass. So it is a double-edged sword, because they will, like Native talks about, with are they policing or are they law enforcing? Are they law enforcement or are they policing? A law is a law, and they're, by the Constitution, they have to support and defend it, and they have to abide by the laws and enforce those said laws. So whatever law comes down, they have to, unfortunately, they have to enforce it. So their interpretation of how to do that can get a little oppressive, to say the least. So But I really do truly believe that most Leos out there have our best interests in heart. Okay, it's a dangerous job, you know. Joe Q Public out there is stupid and violent. All right, Joe and Jolene Q Public are stupid and violent. Happens all the time, all the freaking time. Read the police spotters, man. Oh, it's horrible. It's absolutely horrible. What the hell goes on out there? There's 330 million of us, so things are already crazy. All right. So without Leos, man, this place would be shit. We'll be forced to protect ourselves all the freaking time, and there'll be nobody to call. Some places there is no place to call. There is no one to call. You know? Out in Alaska. Portlandia. Call the police there. Sorry, you're on your own, buddy. We're not going in there. That's what's the other one? In Michigan, where they're doing the Derek Chauvin case. You're not listening. They're not talking about that, are they? There is an autonomous zone there. They're rioting as we speak, all day long, all night long, just keeping it going. And yeah, it's the Antifa Black Lives tribute band, or compilation band. So they're the ones running the show there. D.C. Washington D.C. is contemplating becoming its own state. It's not they don't want to be the District of Columbia anymore. They want to be the 51st state. And they have some grounds in that, I guess. Their people pay taxes, all this and that. And but it is definitely a woke city. Even the police are in on it. They're pretty woke too. Kind of forced to. So yeah, it will automatically be a left state, the District of Columbia, Washington D.C. And that'll just be one more for them to to keep the ball going in their favor. So yeah, it's a mad world indeed, mad world. Yes, but I'm madder. So. Got to be a little crazy to live in this world. But yeah, just some things to think about. Things to think about. Does it really involve? Does it really matter much to us? Not really. I guess it's. You need to see the storm. You need, if you can see the storm, you need to make preparations for it, and it's a contingency. You see that, and that's the prepared mindset is having that, seeing what's coming and preparing for it, knowing what's coming. There's a nice little historical tale about Mr. Christopher Columbus and his arrival to the Caribbeans. He was coming, the people of the Caribbeans, they were the indigenous, I don't know what they were called, the Caribbeans. You can tell me, I'm sure. But the story, which I thought was pretty interesting, was the people of the islands had never seen a ship before. Okay, they have never seen a big fucking, the Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. They never seen that. This 3-mast freaking ship with all these, stuff. They've never seen one. So they didn't see it. Interesting, huh? They're looking dead at it, but their mind did not register it. I don't know how true that is, because they've never seen one. So they were oblivious to it until a shaman who was popping some mushrooms and smoking whatever he was smoking, was like, oh my God, that thing has people in it and they don't mean us any good. they have ill will towards us. Run, let's go. And the people are like, oh, you're crazy, you're stupid. And yeah, it was too late for them. As soon as Columbus landed with his bright, because they all wore bright and shiny armor. They had the armaments, you know, they had the weapons, and they just took over the whole freaking islands and enslaved them. Yeah, that culture was no more. So you better recognize what's coming. You know, you best recognize. And I'm not saying, you know, go out there and, you know, eat some mushroom, drink some mushroom tea, and smoke some peyote or whatever it is that you kids do nowadays. But hey, you know, that's up to you. That's up to you. You know, you want to be a shaman? I tried it. Warped my fragile little mind. But yeah, I mean, we got to see what's coming, man, and we got to see it, and we know what's coming. We're in denial, in absolute denial. So, I'm gonna keep this one short. Look at that. What? Only 31 minutes? Yeah. So this is Mad Shad, encouraging you all to open your eyes, plan, prepare, train, get out there and do stuff, and because it's a mad, mad world out there.